Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to Gold Rush. Before we get started with the digging, everything is set up. I want to take the magnetite that we have in this trailer over to the factory. So I was doing a little bit of reading up on the journal section of the menus. And it says you have to take it to be processed at the factory before you can actually turn it into magnetite. So I've got the tailings that we got from our separator, and I'm guessing this checkbox here is where we do that. Let's see. Or maybe not. Let's jump out. Is there an option to... here we go. There we go. So we have 900 ounces. I've just got two trophies pinged. One for 10 ounces and one for 100 ounces. Just need another 100 ounces and that'll be the 1,000 ounce trophy as well. Okay, so we have 900 ounces of magnetite. We are a long way short of what we need for the upgrades. We need, 24,000 ounces for the reduced gold costs, and I think 12,500 ounces for the reduced financial cost upgrade. So yeah, we're a long way short, but at least we know how it works now, so that's all good. So we'll scoot on back to the claim. The weather has turned horrible, as you can see. It's a bit overcast and it's raining, but that shouldn't affect our digging performance. And we'll park here. There we go. So I moved things around and I realised I could probably have done things a little bit differently. I brought the water trailer over. There it is, full with 26,500 gallons of water, and I realised I should probably have saved that just exclusively for the wash plant and not hooked up the cleaning equipment over here, and I probably should have left that over by the shed using the other pump. But we'll see how it goes, and if it becomes a problem I can always move this stuff back. It will mean I'll need a second generator or a lot of cable extensions, which would probably be less than ideal because it means it's a long way to get back to the generator to turn it off when I need to. Wash plant set up and ready. It's all wired up with cables and water pipes. I've also got a load of buckets over here. Actually, I need one of these. That's the one thing that's missing from our mobile wash plant. And the excavator is there ready to go. The squares seem to have unticked themselves because I've reloaded, so let's figure out where those were. Was it these ones? I think it was these ones, wasn't it? Toggle, toggle. Yes, it was those ones. So you can see the digger's all set up and ready on the first square, and we'll get through those as quick as we can. Need to get everything fired up, so need to turn on the generator. That's a little low on fuel. Let's give that a quick top up. There we go. And now we need to fire up the water pump. Why won't it let me start the pump? Come on, I can see the... Why won't it let me start the pump? Maybe I need to be on that one. And now I'm stuck. Ah! Let's jump in a vehicle and jump back out again. There we go. Oh wait, is it really just that simple? It is. Okay. So that's got water running to all of our equipment here. So if we turn this on, there we go, we have a functioning wash plant. Should have gone around the other side, shouldn't I? Alright, let's start digging. Possibly a little bit too close, but we'll see how we get on. In fact, let's change the view. There we go. So the first bit of dirt into the plant. Start making some good money, I hope, from this gold. We need it. As you can see from my finances, not looking healthy at the moment. We didn't end up having to make a claim payment, a lease payment, because I didn't have enough gold to clear it, and didn't have enough cash to clear it, so it didn't take a payment, which means the next one, when we do have cash and gold, will be double. However, the bank did take a loan payment for the $18,000 loan that we took out, so that's why my money is currently minus $7,267. Not great. I have got a little over an ounce, and I've also got 3/4 full on the magnetite separator from pay dirt from the hog pan as well, so we do have a little bit of a head start on getting some gold. But the plan is for us to fill up the bucket nice and quickly at the wash plant, and then just swap the bucket out for a new one and keep going. Oops, I think I missed with some of that. It's not so good. There we go. It's a little bit better. Would be nice if we had a bigger excavator that can scoop up more dirt per per run, but we have to make do with what we can afford. So now it's just a case of us working the area as quickly as we can. You can see I also made sure that the excavator was fully fueled up. I didn't want that running out of fuel very early on, so I made sure that it had a full tank before starting digging. I didn't get much dirt in that bucket, I don't think. Yeah, barely anything at all. That's not good. We can't afford to do things like that. That's going to impact our profitability. We need full buckets, or close to full. Otherwise we're just spending fuel for very little pay dirt. go, that's a good full bucket there. We're up to 25% on our bucket. That's not too bad. It's a nice little start. Again, not much pay dirt there. Need to get used to excavating again. Not much there either. So we can't squeeze some more in. There we go. Oh, don't don't tip it all out on the way round. That's not good. Yeah, that cost us it cost us nearly half a bucket of dirt there. Did my camera angle just change, or did I click? I think I clicked the button. That might be a better option actually. Better camera option. So there, you just saw there were two buckets. The one on the left is how much pay dirt we have. The one on the right is how much dirt is being put into the wash plant, if you were curious. And we're getting about, what, 23% per scoop. So get with the control bar. %35 in the bucket now. There's a few bits of equipment I'd like us to be able to purchase, but before we do that, we've got to make sure that we get the loan paid off. We've got to make sure that we can start upgrading our claim to allow multiple vehicles. It'd be nice to be able to hire a worker, which is another upgrade. There's going to be another 20,000 to upgrade, so we can start hiring workers, and then we could get someone to work the hog pan for us while we're excavating away over here. Hopefully that would be enough to bring in a little bit of extra gold, because we're still going to have to pay that person, so might not be the most profitable thing. But when we get a full wash plant up and running, a full rig, then we'll probably want to look at getting some employees to change mats over for us and change buckets over for us while we're clean out grates and stuff while we're excavating and ferrying dirt over. Okay, so let's turn the engine off. That's pretty close, 99%. It's not worth overfilling and wasting some of that, so we'll take that bucket. Let's drop a fresh one in so I don't forget. There we go. Need to keep the water running so we can run the cleaning plants. Okay. So got a nice little bit of gold over here, as you can see, ready to be separated out. Just a little bit of magnetite starting to come back in. what we're up to. I think it was what 16% of a bucket got us 900 grams, or not, sorry, 900 ounces. That's not too bad. So yeah, we know that a full bucket's going to be worth quite a good amount. But we're going to need a fair few full buckets by the look of it. Need that to go down a bit more. Okay, so we can start separating out this pay dirt now. Good stuff. So we can turn that machine off. Wow, look at that. Those 3 runs are equating to quite a nice little tally of gold there. That's 10 ounces. Of 3 runs, 10 ounces, that's nice. 10 and a half, very good indeed. So let's see what we can get from our dig with the excavator. Bearing in mind we have got some of that topsoil, so if we go back to our gold map, just take a look at this one, you can see I always thought there were 3. Maybe it's just because there was some right there. We've got a little bit of topsoil, and then we've got that big gap. But it's a very rich spot, as you can see, 83.3%. This is the one we're working on. We should get quite a nice little bit of gold out of this one bucket. That's not bad. 5.5 ounces of gold from one bucket. It's not set the world alight, but it's a decent amount. I'm relatively happy with that. So let's jump back in and get back underway with the digging. It's certainly a hell of a lot quicker than using the hog pan, that's for sure. Obviously it's more expensive though, because we're running fuel costs on the excavator, we're running fuel on the generator, and we're running fuel on the water pump attached to our water trailer as well. So it's definitely more expensive getting gold out this way, but it is a lot faster. So that trade-off is making sure you get good gold and lots of it in as quick as time as possible to really maximize how much money you can make, offset those fuel costs. And that's going to take a little bit of practice with the excavator before I get comfortable enough to really just turn over a claims section really quickly and make sure that I'm always getting good buckets. So I'm going to press on ahead and do a bit more excavating, and then I'll cut back to you again shortly with a progress update. Alright, that's a second bucket done, and I've realised something, and I'm going to act on it right now before it becomes too much of a big problem. It's already a problem. I'm in negative equity, which means I can't afford to smelt the gold that we have right now. That's not good. On top of that, I already have a loan, so I can't take out a loan to cover the cost of getting back into positive equity. I'm kind of stuck, and the only way out of it is to sell something. So I'm going to have to sell my excavator and hope it gives me enough money to get into positive equity. So that I can then smelt some gold and then pay off the loan and then buy back the excavator. It's a messy situation, and I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier, but yeah, it's not good. So yeah, we need to get that fixed as soon as possible. So let me just get rid of that bucket there. Let's take that back up. Plonk that down just there. So we're going to cash these 2 buckets in, see how much we can get. That's pretty much done, isn't it? So we'll stop that. 7% magnetite, that's not too bad. I'll leave that there for now. So it's 11.8 ounces of gold off those 2 buckets, and at least one of them wasn't full. It was a couple of percent short, so that's not too bad. I'm kind of happy with that. Let's turn off the generator. Turn off the water pump. Everything I've got is worth very small amounts. I'd have to sell lots of different things to be able to clear the money, because it's not going to be worth the same. I've still got some dirt in there, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. Handbrake's on. Get that squared up so I can see what I'm doing. This is the only thing of any significant value I've got. Yeah, it cost me what, 18 grand. If I'm lucky, I'll get a third, 2/3 of that back, so I'll get 12 grand for selling it. If I'm unlucky, I'll only get half of it back, which will be what, 9 grand. But that will be enough to at least pay off the 7,000 overdraft that I have right now, and get me back into the point where I have positive equity, which means I can then afford to go and craft some gold bars and actually raise some proper money, get that loan paid off so it doesn't do this to me again, and then rebuy the excavator. So I'm going to take a big hit, on money here, but it's better than the alternative. If I don't get this payment sorted out before midnight when the next loan payment goes out, that's another 8 grand. So that goes up to 15 and a bit, 15,500 that I'll owe. I'll have to sell more than just the excavator. I'll have to sell a lot of stuff. If I sell the fuel trailer, I'm losing all the fuel that's in it. It's only 18% of the trailer right now, but even so, if it's the water trailer, then I'm losing all the water that's in it. That's free, but the cost of pumping it is obviously however much it's going to cost me in fuel to pump it. It's just messy. The gold table, I could sell the gold table. That's worth 4 grand, but that's brand new. They're all low value items as well. They're not worth a huge amount of cash. So this is the last best, well, the only real option that I have is to sell the excavator and hope it's enough. 7.5 grand, is that it? Oh, it's not. Is it? I've got $233. Okay. Yeah. Are we hooked up to the fuel trailer? Because that's going to need a top up. That's not good at all. 7.5 grand, is that it? Oh, it's not. Is it? I've got $233. Okay. Yeah. Are we hooked up to the fuel trailer? Because that's going to need a top up. 7.5 grand, is that it? Oh, it's not. Is it? I've got $233. Okay. Yeah. Are we hooked up to the fuel trailer? Because that's going to need a top up. That's not good at all. I put the handbrake on, didn't I? There we go, get some lights on. 233 will get me a very small gold bar, but it's enough. Yeah, messy situation. Just hope the price of gold isn't really low at the moment as well, because that's really not going to help if the price is still down low. Need it to have rebounded a bit since we bought the excavator. I don't know if it will have. Ugh, talk about a bad situation going from good to worse. So a lesson for everyone here, me more than anyone else, make sure you always have cash on hand, because otherwise, yeah, it could get messy, very messy. At least I was able to kind of resolve the issue, just not in a way that's particularly satisfactory. I can't believe I only got 7.5 grand for the excavator. That's less than half its value. And I had a nearly full tank of gas in it as well. I had more gas in it than when I bought the damn thing. Yeah, that was that's 10, well, 11 grand basically. If you count the fuel, maybe 12 grand. 12 grand that's cost me. Having to sell the excavator. Only to rebuy it again when I've got the funds. Yeah, I never left the lights on. I can craft 2.3 ounces. That'll give me a little bit. I'm going to be back and forth to the. I'm going to leave my trailer here, I think, because I'm going to be back and forth to the blacksmith quite a bit. Nobody else is using the road, so it's just us. So we'll leave the trailer there. Dear, oh dear, dear. I wish there was another way I could have done this, but as I said, not having any money means I can't craft any gold bars. You have to smelt magnetite as well, I think. Unless, don't tell me I could have sold the magnetite. I don't believe it. I could have sold. Well, it wouldn't have been enough anyway. Yeah, maybe if we had more magnetite, we would have been okay, but. Let's go to the bank, see what the gold price is like. Time is it? It's 9:15, isn't it? So still got a couple of hours before the next loan payment's due. We've got time to clean this up, but yeah, it's just a mess of a situation that I let myself get into here. And the price is falling as well. That's only 2 grand. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not good. No, I need to go to the blacksmith. I'm going to the machine shop in a very roundabout way there. Now I've got to hope that I'm going to have enough gold to pay the loan off and still be able to afford the excavator again. I might have to sell the magnetite. I might not have a choice at this matter. I might need that 6-7 grand. How much gold can I craft? A full 20 ounce bar. Ah, dear, oh dear. Right, I'll try and sort the situation out, and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, I've smelted all of the gold that I, apart from 1.5 ounces. Let's sell those bars. It's not enough to buy back the excavator, is it? I'm going to have to sell the magnetite as well. Let's deal with that loan. Yeah, I've got to pay it all off. So I've only got 9.5 grand. If I sell the magnetite, that's going to get me another 7 grand, so that'll put me up to 16. I'll be short. Don't really want to sell any more gold, but I'm going to have to. I've got to wait and see how bad my digging situation is going to be as well. My loan, not my loan, sorry, my lease payment's going to be. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be probably all my cash and my gold. This is a mess. This is a huge mess. I'm going to have to sell all my magnetite, which includes the stuff that hasn't been processed yet. I hope I don't get charged for processing the magnetite. We got what? How much was it? 17% in the bucket or something? I don't remember how much it was. There was some in the bucket. It's probably not going to be much, but however much it is, it might only be 7%. It's better than nothing. That'll be an extra couple of grand at the least. If I can act quickly and get to the point where I've got no gold and no cash to take, but I have got my excavator, my lease payment shouldn't hit me hard and I should be okay. I realise I'm saying it should. If worst comes to worst, now I don't have a loan. I can take a loan to get enough money to smelt a gold bar if I do end up going overdrawn, and then immediately pay it back off again. It's just messy. Alright, magnetite, 7%. It's not a huge amount, is it? But every little's going to help at this point. And I'm running out of time as well. I'm very conscious of the fact that we're running out of time. So I'm just going to drop the bucket there and go. We'll sort that out when I get back to the claim. Ah, dear. Alright, so the magnetite, we had about 1200 ounces of magnetite. Sold that for 9.5 grand. Sold the last of the gold for a little bit, another couple of grand. I think 1.7, I think it was that we sold it for. Had just enough to buy the excavator and then have it transported back to the claim, and I now have $238. So I don't have enough to buy any fuel, not really. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to dig all through the night. So as soon as it hits midnight, I'm going to see what happens to my money, and then if necessary take out a small loan to be able to afford to buy fuel and have enough left over to do some smelting of gold. And then I'm just going to dig, and I'm going to dig, and I'm going to dig, and I'm going to dig, and then I'm going to just rush a huge amount of pay dirt. I'm hoping that because I've got no gold or money to take, that my lease payment will be deferred again. But that does mean that the next payment's going to be 3 days worth of payments rather than 2. It's been a messy situation, but it is what it is. We've seemed to have rectified it. I have the option to take out a loan if I need it, but regardless of whether I need, how big a loan I'm going to take, so I'm going to have to end up taking a loan. I'm just going to dig all through the night and just make as much gold as I can, so that towards the end of the day tomorrow I can pay off whatever loan I've taken out and hopefully have money to pay off the lease payments and take it from there. I made a real mess of this by taking out that loan. I either should have taken out a bigger loan or just not taken the loan out and been more patient. Probably should have been a bit more patient and just stuck to using the hog pan for another day or two. Probably one more day would have probably been enough, but what can we do, eh? I had to get rid of that money because otherwise I would have lost all of it, and then it would be 2, 3, 4 days before I can get the excavator back again. So at least having the excavator now means I do have a chance. We're almost getting to midnight, so we'll be able to see what happens. As I said, I'm expecting nothing to happen because there isn't really any money. There's no gold to take, so I'm hoping my lease payment is deferred, but I could end up going into negative equity. Regardless of whether that happens or not, I do need to take out a loan, as I say, to stock up on fuel, because I'm going to burn through a ton of fuel with the excavator, just digging all night and getting as much gold in that wash plant as I possibly can, because I need to earn a lot now. Oh, there we go. We've lost a fair bit. So back to the bank I go, cap in hand, asking for more money, and then a lot of digging to be done. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob. I'll be back hopefully with some more profitable gold mining, and we'll see. I'll be back with some more Gold Rush very soon.